Hey everyone, welcome to our show today. We're here to look at the Barford 750J jaw crusher. We're so happy you can all join us. The beauty of this industry is we can have machines working all over the world. So we are actually here in our headquarters in Belfast, and we're looking at a machine that's running right now in Massachusetts. So we're really excited to show you guys some of the work that we've been doing. I'm here today with Ben Lindsay, who is our marketing expert, and he's going to run you through some of the running of the machine.
Yep, thanks, Kieran. Yeah, I'm Ben, as Kieran mentioned, and absolutely, yeah, the last year has been really big for highlighting how we can, do these things across the world. So it's really cool to be looking at a machine halfway across the world in the States while we're here in Belfast. So yeah, the machine we're looking at today is a Barford 750J jaw crusher. So we actually took a trip up to the Barford factory last week to take a look around this machine and to do some training on, the startup process, how it all works, folding it out from transport orientation, things like that. So very interesting, really simple machine to work on and operate. It's very straightforward. So when we went up last week, the machine was in storage like this. So it was folded up in its transport orientation. So you can see the main conveyor at the front there, which is folded in. And the first thing of the startup obviously is to get that conveyor folded up so you can operate the machine. Very straightforward and very quick actually as well. You can see Stephen from Barford here unfolding the main conveyor there with the lever controls. It's out in a couple of seconds. So if you're looking for a machine that's really easy to transport, you can track it off a truck like Stephen just did. Take it out, unfold the conveyor, and be crushing within 10 or 15 minutes. So fantastic for that. And those lever controls are all around the machine for things like the conveyor, adjusting the jaw tension, starting and stopping the feed, stuff like that. And they're very simple to use. You can see here Stephen adjusting the jaw tension again. Very easy, just up and down. Couldn't be any simpler, really. And yeah, that extends again to the whole startup sequence of the machine. Really easy. On top of the machine, there's the engine cabinet. And within there's one isolator switch. And then from there, everything else is controlled from this main control panel. And Barford have done a great job of making this super easy. As you can see here on the screen, all of the buttons used for the startup sequence are numbered. So you run yourself through the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from there, everything else is automatic. The crusher will control the flow of material on the jaws using the vibrating feeder, and the whole thing just runs itself essentially. Once you have it started, you put material on top and it crushes it and outputs a product. Really straightforward and simple to use. Great machine, so it is.
Awesome. Yeah, I think we have some footage of the machine live. Can we jump to that and let's see it in operation?
Yep, sure. Let me pull up some stuff here. So our guys over in Massachusetts are on site at the minute, and they have taken some videos from us, which we can see. This customer actually has a dual setup. He's running both a crusher and a screener at the minute, with the crusher feeding the screener. So we can show you that.
Beautiful. So what we have here is a granite application in one of the quarries in northern Massachusetts. So what we see here is the 750J is being fed into the hopper of the machine. Now, great operator feeding the hopper at the back of the unit, which then allows the feeder to do its job, spread that material out, so when it's being fed into the jaws have a nice consistency of material there to crush. As we see, there's a lot of fines in this material, and that's perfect because the type of material these guys are making is for a beautiful fill material. So what we can do with the fines is they'll drop down through the tines away from the jaw to protect it that much, and then it'll leave the machine to be able to process that gravel down to 1.5 inches. And the beauty of this product, it's actually the jaw at its lowest setting, so it's creating an 1.5 inch product there directly from the machine, and that'll be the lowest amount that this machine will ever make. So as we can see here, material being fed directly from it. So there's some nice sized boulders in there, and we'll see that getting crushed down in the material. What we have here as well is a spray kit. So that spray kit will allow any dirt and dust that's being made to try to move that off a wee bit.
Yeah, have some more video here. Sorry, our streaming software is being a little bit funny with me right now.
That's the beauty of these live streaming events. There's always issues.
Always indeed.
Perfect. So yeah, we see here the material coming off the conveyor from the 750J. What we have here as well is an overband magnet that's obviously been turned off in this application. But if you were to crush concrete and there's rebar coming through it, that's a perfect machine for that. As we can see here, even at its lowest setting, this is feeding the screener really, really well. We're creating two products directly from the screener, and we're able to make them directly from it. We can see the material moving across the screen deck here, and you've got two sizes. So this is set up for 1.5 inch down, and we've got that oversized material there that can be reused. In this particular application, the customer has actually turned this into a two-way split. This obviously has a setup for a three-way split, but for this particular application, the customer only needed two. So he removed the bottom deck to make sure that he could have those two products. And what we've got here is a beautiful fill material that's going to be 1.5 inch down, and that's going to be used for dressing. So the top layer before your asphalt or concrete goes down, that's going to make a nice layer to keep things nice and steady when those feeds there.
Yeah, and one of the things we were talking about a little bit earlier, Kieran, as well, was this machine can be configured with a fines conveyor at the back, which you can see here, which takes some of that material that goes through the tines and spits it out the back of the machine. But in this application, that's actually not needed, isn't it? Not.
Absolutely. So yeah, you're quite correct. So sometimes when it depending on the material that's being processed, you'll either want your fines material to be brought through and mixed, so you have that fill material, or sometimes you're looking to crush, say, concrete, and you're looking to crush the concrete down, and you want to take the fines out the way. So what we can have is that small little conveyor at the back of the machine, and that'll take the fines away from the jaw. So it means that you can get more material through the jaw and allow it to process a lot more efficiently.
Yeah. So this machine's actually set up to crush quite fine in terms of its range, isn't it? It's set to 1.5 inches. Is that correct?
That's correct. So this is set for 1.5 inch material. That can obviously be moved, as you've seen Stephen in the factory do, right from 1.5 inches up to 4 inches. So you've got a range of products there that can be made. This is obviously, the machine's been set on a bit of a higher, so this is actually set at a 4 inch material. So with this, you're talking around 150 tons per hour of concrete. So you'll get quite a lot of material through this, and we can see some really, really good sized boulders getting put through this machine. So in terms of production, this machine's an absolute powerhouse. We can create a lovely product from this. And like I say, with this, you're 150 tons per hour. And if you're crushing concrete with a concrete fill, you're looking at $20 a ton. So that machine will pay for itself on a monthly charge within 2 hours of operation. Ben, do you want to chat a bit about some of the finance rates that we have?
Yeah, absolutely. So on this particular machine, what we've been seeing is, so some of the customers that have bought this recently, they're averaging about $4,500 to $5,000 a month in monthly payments. So as Kieran mentioned, that's extremely lucrative. The machine really does pay for itself in just 1 or 2 hours of runtime a month, which is insane when you think about it. You could have this machine, and if you ran it for an entire week, it could be making you thousands and thousands of dollars. Or even if you did want to rent out the machine, you weren't going to run it all of the time. These machines usually will fetch for about a week's worth of rent. That in terms of the monthly rent. So if you wanted to have the machine rented out for 1 week during the month, it would pay for itself, and anything you do on top of that, you're just printing money from rocks and soil. Which
the beauty of these machines, the beauty of these machines really is they're an investment. This isn't a cost that you're taking on your business; it's an investment in your business's future, and that's really what Machinery Partner does. We allow companies to buy revenue. So when they're buying a machine from Machinery Partner, you're not just buying a machine; you're buying the ability to grow your business, and that's where Machinery Partner is different. We partner with our customers to make sure that they're operating at the most efficient way that their business can, with the help of machinery.
Absolutely. On that note, Kieran, some of the questions we get a lot of times from customers too is, how easy is it to get spare parts from this machine? Now, first off, it has, It's built from some fantastic parts that are widely available. So the jaw on this machine is actually a Sandvik jaw. The engine is a Cat engine, and all over it's Eaton hydraulics. So it's the best stuff in the world, and it's very, very widely available. But would you like to talk about some of the stuff that we're doing in particular to support customers and all of our customers across the US that buy these types of machines?
Absolutely. So what Machinery Partner does is we have a network of approved service operatives that are available on site within 24 hours. And as Ben has rightly said, a lot of the parts within these machines are interchangeable. They're widely available. Now, we do keep spare parts in our headquarters in Ohio that can be shipped out directly to customers. So we really, our motto is that downtime isn't suitable. You know, we want downtime to be unacceptable for our customers. So the service and support element of Machinery Partner is where we really shine. For example, we had a customer in Texas who had a problem with his alternator. He simply sent a text to Machinery Partner, and within 24 hours, his machine was back up and back in operation again. Because we understand that when we're dealing with small businesses, they can't afford these machines to be down. If that machine's down, that really means that people aren't getting paid. And that's not good enough. This machine needs to be operating at its best capacity. That's why we partner with the best to make sure that we bring our customers the best.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm not sure if we mentioned, but the jaw size on this machine is it's a 28-inch by 20-inch jaw. Which is sort of a mid-tier machine, but very, very large jaw size for something that's this mobile. But I suppose one of the questions we get quite often is, okay, the jaw size is 28-inch by 20-inch, but what does that actually work out into in terms of what size of rocks or what size of chunks of concrete can I put into this machine?
Absolutely. Yeah, we hear that quite a lot, you know, and it is dependent on how the machine is run. Like we say, you know, with that footage we had in Massachusetts, the operator's doing a wonderful job. That's feeding from the back of the hopper and letting the hopper do its work by feeding that material out and spreading it. Because what we see a lot of times with people with crushers, they try to feed directly into the jaw, and that just clogs the jaw and makes the whole application a bit more difficult. So with this, you're looking to crush up to 20-inch stones. You know, so that's huge in terms of the machine. But like everything, this machine will look after you as long as you look after it. So if you're feeding it well, looking after it, maintaining it, this machine is a phenomenal machine for you.
Absolutely. Fantastic. And yeah, perfect, you know, for applications from anything like, you know, our customer in Massachusetts is using this machine in a gravel pit to produce gravel. We have another customer who's using it to break down paving materials. You know, there's a ton of applications for this. And the paving one, I think, is actually really, really interesting. You know, this machine is sort of built, as we sort of mentioned, to be very, very compact, but at the same time, extremely powerful. You know, it's got a transport width that is, what is it, Kieran? It's 7 foot 9 inches. It's essentially set up in such a way that it doesn't require any permits for transport. You can track this machine straight onto the back of a truck, take it to your site, track it off again in 10 or 15 minutes and crush on site. And really the return on investment there is even more interesting again, because, you know, a lot of guys will cart their material away, you know, from the site, which is going to cost you money. Whereas you could actually be making yourself money from the material on the site, or using it for fill, for refilling the area you're at. You know, it's a really, really good use case for something that's this mobile, but at the same time so powerful too. You know.
Exactly, and the beauty of this machine as well is dual power. So if you want, you can plug this into the mains, and it'll run right off electric energy. So what that'll reduce as well is the noise pollution of this machine. So if you're crushing in an urban environment and you want to keep noise pollution down, plug it into the mains and this machine will crush. You can bring it in with no permits, bring it on site, crush directly, use the material as fill, and then crush and then take it away again. This is a beautiful machine for this.
Absolutely, yeah. I suppose I want to take another second here to talk about Barford in more general. You know, whenever we went up last week to their site, we had a look around some of the other machines, and what really struck me actually is how easy these machines are to work on. You know, it's all very you know, standard nut and bolt construction, which is super easy to get into. You know, if you ever need to, you know, service your machines, do regular checks on them, or if anything ever does need to be fixed, you know, these machines are so easy to get into. You can even see the whole hopper there is constructed from nut and bolt plate metal. It's really sturdy, well built stuff that's super easy for everybody to work on. You know, it's fantastic stuff. It really is.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these machines are really made with contractors in mind. Easy to fix, easy to maintain, easy to set up, and easy to run. And that's the beauty of it. Easy to track around and super efficient. That's what these machines are all about. We really focus on our work with contractors and trying to make things as easy as possible for us. Barford allows us to do that really well.
Absolutely. In terms of materials, then, Kieran, you're our material man. What sort of stuff is this machine really ideal for crushing with?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this machine will have a good go at anything. The fact that it's sitting working in a gravel application is a testament to it. Gravel is a difficult enough application to work with, and where this machine really shines is in a concrete or demolition. A lovely little recycling application with concrete, anything like that sort of material. C&D is absolutely perfect for this crusher. You can create really beautiful material right down from 4 inch to 1.5 inch and crush down onto that. So this machine is really well suited to your sort of construction and demolition contractors who are looking to get some really good material and feed it through that. That's where it's always going to be perfect.
Yeah, I suppose it's a real shame we didn't have on the live stream today, but this machine also has an overband magnet built in, which again is perfect, as you say, for that application. It'll take the rebar out and throw it out from your stockpile. So you're not adding rebar into your stockpile, which
Exactly.
is again perfect for that concrete recycling application. So it makes a lot of sense for that, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, listen, I think that's a good place to stop. Ben, I'll let you lead us out of this.
Yeah, for sure. So if you do want any more information about this machine, we have left a link in the description where you can see a little bit more, some more FAQs, more pictures, a video of the machine running some different stuff through it, as well as a bit of a review there. So check out the link in the description for that. But also, if you want a direct line to us, feel free to email us at info@machinerypartner. We'll leave some information up on the description as well for that. Get in contact. We always love to hear about how operators are using their different setups, what machines they're running, and what they want to run in the future. We all love to talk about that. And also, if you enjoyed this, if you enjoy the other stuff on our channel, you like anything to do with machines, material handling, make sure to subscribe to the Machinery Partner channel. We put out videos on the regular, and we're starting to do a lot more live events like these, where we show you some specific machines out on site with our customers. We love to do them. So yeah, that's it from us today. Hope you enjoyed this one, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.